Today's Beyond the Gates was all about Eva and Leslie and Nicole and Ted's storyline, which is fine by me because they do continue to intrigue me a lot with that storyline. I liked a lot of aspects of today. I liked how the Dupree family was all getting ready for the awards ceremony, all dressing up, seeing more dynamics of that family. And as much as that family can get on my nerves with the way they like to help each other out in underhanded ways, I did like a lot of what we got today from the family. Going back to that, though, real quick about the Dupree family helping each other out, I get that the show wants them to represent a black family in daytime finally being like all the white families, like the rich white families and other soap operas that do underhanded shit. I still wish we would get somebody in the family who doesn't go along with the bullshit. I was hoping Naomi was going to be that person, but as we've seen in recent episodes, she's not going to be that person. I complained about it yesterday, and I still feel that way. Maybe her sister Chelsea will be that person that has more logic and doesn't just go with the way the family always does things. But anyway, the award ceremony was a lot of building up of what is Leslie going to do. Leslie was back in her Sherry attire with the blonde wig and all that. There was some underlying tension in today's episode. There was anticipation of what is Leslie going to do. Ted saw her at the party and once again confronted her. He wants Leslie slash Sherry slash Dana to stay away from his wife. Eva also ended up attending the party, didn't like to see her mother there, and can't blame her for that because Leslie does seem to want to rush the plan. She is okay with taking down Nicole. And I think we saw some reasons as to why. Sorry, gotta get comfortable. Some reasons as to why she is feeling that way. We saw fantasies today from both Eva and Leslie. Eva's fantasy was after another talk with Ted where Ted caught her looking at pictures of his family. She was imagining being a part of the family, being accepted in the family, Ted accepting her as her daughter. That makes me believe that this is not going to work out for Eva and that maybe Ted just really isn't her father. I still hope that if that is the case, it doesn't come out for quite a while because I want that added layer to the Kat and Eva drama and rivalry, as I've been saying. I also was hoping that Kat would see Eva in her clothes, basically. That would have been an interesting confrontation. Maybe she'll see the pictures of it, and that will upset Kat. As for Leslie, at the awards ceremony, she was imagining being in Nicole's place alongside Ted. So she clearly still wants Ted, in my opinion. Maybe Leslie actually does want more revenge on Nicole than Ted. Whereas Eva allegedly wants revenge on her father, her supposed father, Ted. But now is warming up to being a part of the family. She just wants to be a part of the family. And Leslie's not liking how uppity Eva is becoming. I like these dynamics between Eva and Leslie for many reasons. I like that it sets up a lot of possibilities of where this story can go. There's a lot of different directions they can take this story. Leslie could be lying, of course, that Ted is Eva's father. And we'll see just how psycho Leslie ends up being with all of this. As for Eva and Andre, one note I want to say, because Eva interacted with Martin today as well. That was her first real interaction with her supposed half-brother. Also interacted with Andre again, and I think they have chemistry. It's too bad they could end up being cousins it's crazy because Andre has chemistry with Dani, has chemistry with Eva, who might end up being his half sister. No chemistry with Ashley. Sorry, they don't have it, and it's hard to create that. So that's going back to that triangle and why it's not working. A lot of it is the chemistry, and Andre has chemistry with others on the show, but not with Ashley. Andre was flirting with Dani again at this event. As for Dani, we saw earlier in the episode her going through Instagram pictures of Bill and Hayley together on their honeymoon. I thought on Tuesday's episode, at the end of that, they were alluding that Dani was going to go and ruin the honeymoon. I was kind of hoping that would happen, actually. I am not sick of Dani's shenanigans and ruining shit for Bill and Hayley, but I don't think we're going to get that, which does kind of sadden me. We'll see what becomes of Dani's next move, though, because Naomi caught Dani looking at the pictures where Dani was going to throw her device in anger. We already saw her break a phone because of Bill. Now she was going to break an iPad because of Bill. But that didn't happen because Naomi walked in. The award ceremony was nice. I thought Anita Vernon had sweet speeches about Nicole. Ted also spoke about Nicole. Martin really didn't. He had words from Kat, who did not attend the event. Not sure where Kat went. I don't know if this is part of her investigation into Eva, but probably that would be an interesting part of the story if she does find something on Eva's past. I'm glad that the truth didn't come out this quickly. You know, it is a soap opera. Let's continue to build to it. Let's see what other shenanigans Leslie/Sherry can get into. And I like the way that they stopped it. Eva is the one that ended up getting her mother fired, basically, from being a cocktail waitress at this event. Because at one point, Sherry went up to Nicole and asked her if she wanted a drink. And of course, Nicole recognized Sherry as the person up on the roof. Sherry thanked Nicole for saving her from the event on the roof. And then that's when Eva confronted her mother again, and then later got her fired from the event and kicked out of the event to stop her, because it did look like Leslie wanted to rush up to the stage and stop the event that was happening when Nicole was getting her award. I like that we didn't have a fake out at the end. You know, past soap operas would do that a lot. James E. Reilly's Days would do that too much. And a lot of those fake outs kind of make characters dumber. So I thought this actually made Eva look smart, which is a nice change of pace from a lot of American soap operas. Making your characters look smart. Wow, what a concept. Eva getting her own mother kicked out, though. I don't know if Leslie knows that yet, and probably won't. But if she did, that would create even more tension between mother and daughter. So, yeah, the dynamics that they're adding between Leslie and Eva just make me like them even more. They're two of my favorite characters on the show. In fact, I would say they are my two favorite characters. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they're both, in my opinion, doing the best acting on the show, besides Kat, who's also been great. And Eva showing herself to still be a schemer and even out-scheming her mother in this situation. So that adds a layer to Eva's character, that she's less conniving as her mother. At least we've been shown that. Leslie ran someone off the road, and Eva was hoping her mother didn't do that. So Eva does have more of a conscience, but she is still a schemer at heart. And if she finds out that Ted is not really her father down the line, that could create a whole new mess for Eva. Maybe becoming more like her mother. This is what I was talking about. The possibilities going forward of the many ways this story can go. I'm looking forward to it. One other note, with Martin in this episode, he was, after yesterday agreeing that Smitty can go back to work, was lying on his husband and kind of pushing aside a possible job offer to Smitty, saying that Smitty's not really serious about going back to work. As for the actor, he's getting some shit online, and I've shit on him too for his acting. I want to give some positivity about him. I do feel like the Martin scenes with his family, with his children, again, we got in this episode, and when he and Smitty are with the children in yesterday and today's episodes, I feel like he is better in those scenes. You know, not perfect, not great, but better in those scenes with the family scenes. So it's progress. I want to give him room to grow. Many soap actors and actresses have started on shows and not been good and got better over time. So let's give him some grace and hope that he does get better over time. And I do think he is getting better in those family scenes, like I said. All right, that was all for today's episode. I will try and be back again tomorrow for Friday's episode. Hopefully we get another Friday cliffhanger. They've been good about that the first 2 weeks. Hoping that again today. Will it be Dani shenanigans? I think there is a possibility of that, but unfortunately not looking like it's going to be shenanigans on Bill and Hayley's honeymoon. And speaking of Bill and Hayley, one last note. Still haven't got that Naomi and Hayley scene. We're going 3 weeks now without that scene. It's really taking away from both characters.